Today on Bite Size Dental Marketing, we have with me Ian. Ian heads up our SEO department out of the lovely Cape Town, South Africa. It's a long story, but a good one. But today we're going to talk about the Google business profiles, and specifically, Google's always allowed a business profile for the office and then one for the dentist. Obviously, we've taken over a ton of accounts. We see most people just work on the office. They don't actually work on the personal brand of the dentist. Walk me through what you think the best practices are, Ian.
So there's two answers to this, Eric. The one is for the branding side of the dentist, him or herself. If we have a second Google My Business out, or for any number of dentists at the practice, if it's multiple, having a brand for the dentist itself on Google is always great, because very often people are searching straight for that dentist. Right. They might not even know the name of the practice yet, but somebody said there's this gentleman, Dr. Hubbard out of Texas. Look him up, and you'll show up. And then what we can do is we can navigate that story by the type of pictures we put up there, the type of services, the products, what that dentist wants to push. And by building that brand for that dentist, that first impression that somebody gets, even before they even see the practice, is a good one. And that's what we want. And on the other side of this, when you look at the search engine optimization side, I like to have this little theory that if we were to go fishing and we were sitting on the boat and we have one fishing line in the water, we have a certain amount of probability of catching with that one line. Now add a second line into that water, our probability goes up. And if we can have in a town or in a city a Google My Business, not just for the practice itself, but for the dentist in that practice, and you optimize it potentially for a different service than what the main office is optimized for and trying to rank and get traffic for, that means I can now broaden my strategy. And I'm able to pull traffic, because, for instance, we recently had a client where I saw there's like 2,000-3,000 views going through to the doctor's Google My Business.
Right.
That's an amazing way to get more eyes, and then you can link out from that Google My Business to the practice website, which then is just another funnel back to that practice, and making sure that there's eyes on the practice, regardless of what direction it comes from.
So let me ask a question to make sure I understand. So let's take Legacy Dental out of Burleson. Okay, Burleson, Texas. So Legacy Dental has a Google My Business profile that is the brand of Legacy Dental. And then there's John Barroso, Dr. John Barroso. He has his personal one, and then Dr. Heather Majors has hers.
Correct.
But you're saying so Dr. Majors, she does some ortho, and she does like to see children. Dr. Barroso, did not particularly want to see children.
He had more cosmetic.
More cosmetic on the side, right?
Correct.
So if someone was searching for a cosmetic and dentist in Burleson, you would expect John Barroso's profile and Legacy. But if they were searching for a kid-friendly dentist or a dentist, that did really good work on Invisalign, something, they would see Dr. Major's profile, thus increasing the overall scope of practice of visibility, right?
Correct, because Google's job at the end of the day is to make sure that it matches queries as close as possible. The more clear we can make that answer to Google, that if this is what the person is searching for, and this Google My Business matches it closer than the guy down the road, then that is what Google is going to serve. And funny that you would mention Legacy Dental, because what we saw was actually where the whole strategy for me kind of came out from was I noticed that in Burleson, Texas, I saw Dr. Barroso rank number 3 for cosmetic dentist in Burleson, Texas. And I said, whoa, the practice is not even ranking in the map back, but he's ranking there. And that's because we had completely optimized his personal one to only target cosmetic dentistry. And Google saw that. So for me, then to see that I'm generating through his personal one cosmetic dentistry cases, from the practices, Google My Business, we're generating your more family and general dentistry. And then from Dr. Majors, we are generating the ortho or the kids. Then that's 3 streams of strategy that I'm pulling in patients from, that if I just had the practice, I would definitely be narrowing my scope.
Right. Now, we know that a lot of offices come to us and they just have the one. What are you saying to a dentist that they know they have a Google Business Profile for the office? Should they go create their own? How do they go from just having the one profile to having that second profile?
So similar to how you would set up the first one for the practice, you would just essentially say, create a new Google My Business profile. I like to use, I've seen there's variations between Dr. John Barroso or John Barroso DDS. I've seen that DDS performs better. And I think that's just...
I think DDS is much more...
to the point. To the point of what... Yes, exactly. And we saw that
DMD.
DMD,